I know that me and my wife didn't read the book at the same time, but I know how she would have processed this specific part, which is the part about purity. In most Christian circles, they call it purity, whatever culture. Yeah, but we grew up with the whatever purity rings and, wearing white and all of those whatever things. And speak about that and, speak about that in terms of your experience. Because now you're the worship leader, but also it feels like it has to come with this other tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got there, I obviously got introduced to the purity culture. People would publicly proclaim how they are virgin, never slept with any boy, that kind of. I'm like, oh, actually, I've never slept with any boy too.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you're good.
Yeah, so this thing is a thing. Okay, good. Now, Nami, when I get a mic, just like let it be known.
So literally, you would speak about Jesus as your Lord and Savior, but also how you are. How you're a virgin.
Yes. And people would clap more. Hands would be louder.
Actually liked more if people know that you are a virgin.
Yes. And I think that also gave me confidence in my leadership roles. Because now I am qualified in a way. I am pure.
Yeah.
So that was a huge confidence tag, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think unconsciously it makes you not to regard other people who are not virgins.
Yeah.
Whether or not they're sexually pure after the past of their sexual sinfulness, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, you are not a virgin. Sure. Also, you have nothing to offer anyone who would want to marry you.
World. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mina, already also the confidence is from the fact that if I'm there in front, I must be liked and pursued by many guys because I am the it thing. Yeah. I am pure. Yeah. Yeah. So that was how we perceived it.
On the surface, it's a very good thing. Keeping yourself for marriage. The unfortunate part is that it's focused largely on women.
Yes. Yeah.
It's I grew up in the church, and no guy would brag that he's a virgin, even in the church, But we knew all the virgins in the church.
The women.
Yeah. Even the ones that were not. We would know that, no, this one, we know. But when you go to the church, you have to sort of portray that image. It comes from from wanting something good, but unfortunately, it's got some very bad aspects to it. What are some of your sort of thoughts, Werner, that you sort of seen and you just also had to personally process?
Yeah. If I know for a fact, Mina, when I reflect that had I been married then, I was not going to be a good wife, though I was a virgin. There were a lot of things that I was not taught, that were not yet developed in my character, that would have made me a horrible wife, right? My theology to start with was bad, yet I was a virgin. So in some sense, I was not pure. I was not pure in my Christian walk. I was not pure in how I treat other people. I was not pure in a sense that I had rankings. I ranked people. And that was a contradiction of my Christian profession. I was just a virgin, but purity in a biblical definition, I did not possess. Yeah. So I think that is good, but it's a very limited way to define purity. And I think it's one of the things we must really look into, that you're not becoming pure only because also I was 14, I think 15. I had not had a chance to say no to sex, right? I had not been involved in those things. It's not like I was taking care of myself, but I was too young and not thoroughly exposed to those things, right? Yeah, I didn't decide that I want to be pure and I'm doing it for the Lord. I was not doing it for the Lord as well. So,
And I guess when it becomes too big a thing in the church, and that becomes your status, you know, I think it's a very weak foundation, and one that you then have to maintain. And we all know how life is, you know, having weak foundations that you have to maintain.
Sure.
One lie here turns to two lies there, hiding that here to hiding that there, because you have to live up to this image. Yeah, I think for me the one thing is sometimes the people who perpetuate this whole purity thing is sometimes the woman. But the same standard is not applied to men. You know, it's really not applied. It's really not applied to men. And we have to be equal. You know, in this whole thing.
Sure.
Because no one's asking me if I'm a virgin or not. You know, so you become the it girl. You are leading worship teams. You are 14, 15. You're leading worship teams. You're leading people older than you. You are considered more anointed because you are a virgin.
Of course.
You know?